Hello everybody, this is Gregory with How I Lost Over 100 Pounds and I've kept it off for 30 plus years, where there should be no hesitance in your weight loss and maintenance. Today we're going to talk about the benefits of cryotherapy or cold sculpting. Now before we begin, if you need help with weight loss, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. Also check out my website, there's a link in the episode notes for Naturopathic Earth. It has hundreds of articles and recipes. Check out my podcast, The Awakened Man, which has hundreds of episodes. My 2 books, and if you appreciate my content, there is a link for PayPal. All right, so we talk about weight loss, and in particular long-term weight maintenance, as being different strategies. We have an episode here talking about the different strategies involved for losing the weight, and then the harder part, which is maintaining the weight for several years, because we know the large majority of people who lose weight gain it back. Statistically, it's around 80 to 90%. So one of the things that you can use in your arsenal, and your arsenal is going to have a lot of different quivers. Changing your diet, changing your exercise, doing sleeping well, reducing your stress, using thermogenesis like hot stuff, but also cold stuff. So if you're not familiar with cryotherapy, I would tell you that I think I wrote an article at Naturopathic Earth, the website, and there's a link in the episode notes, in 2017 about it. And I think it was mostly known only kind of in the biohacking world, the paleo biohacking world really back then. And it wasn't as well known in the regular zeitgeist. And now in the zeitgeist, it's much more well known. I remember 5 years ago, and I live outside of a city that's got about 1.2 million people. There were no cryo spas. Now there's at least 4 or 5, mostly in the wealthy neighborhoods, because it can be expensive to do these treatments. But it's definitely in the know. And we know that very cold temperatures tends to help the body fight inflammation. You see athletes have been doing this for decades, sitting in the old ice baths, right? After a football game or whatever. We see the pitchers putting their elbows in ice after a game. You see the polar bears, people who will go jump in the cold water. So we have an episode here, Move the Body, Shock the Body. When I talk about it in the shock the body part, it's like push-ups, planks, but also I do talk about getting your body really hot. We have an episode on the benefits of the sauna, but also getting your body really cold. So with cryo, and there's different types of cryotherapy, there's the ones where you kind of like walk in to a full chamber, and then you're in there for 3 minutes to get your body down, to below freezing in 3 minutes. Then you have the ones where it's kind of a pod. They put you in, they raise you up so your head is sticking out above the pod, but the rest of your body is getting the cold. And then you can buy like spot treatments. So let's say you're an athlete and your shoulder hurts a lot. You can spot treatment the area. Now, why do I bring up cryo for weight loss, weight maintenance? Is because a couple of things. Freezing your body from 98.6, whatever the average is, down to below freezing shocks the body. And part of that shocking of the body is it boosts your metabolism, because your body's like, whoa, what's going on? This is freezing. And we know shivering, the practice of shivering when you're in the cold burns calories as well. This is even colder, this is even faster, and this is even more shocking to the body. So there are a lot of benefits to cryo or cool sculpting. You can look at fights inflammation. So again, after a workout, it's anti-aging. Now it's not going to make you find the fountain of youth, but it is anti-aging. It releases a cascade of hormones that are beneficial to your body. And for fat, it can burn fat. So if you're doing cryo in addition to fasting, in addition to low carb / keto, this is like a triple volley that you're using to attack your obesity. Now, with cryo too, the other benefit is fat cells are much more susceptible to cold, especially the brown adipose right beneath our skin. So if you go into the chambers or you use the spot treatment, what happens is those cells will die. And then our body, and it is good to shock the body. We kind of talk about it on the episode on chronic cardio, but part of exercising is getting that hormetic effect. Hormesis is like deleteriously affecting your body for an overall greater result. So exercise is in that category for sure. The benefits overall of shocking the body, getting your heart rate really high and so forth, overall though, the benefit is worth it. Same thing for cryo. So when you freeze your body's going to freak out. And one of the effects it does, it is going to increase the macrophages, and it's going to increase your immune system, your immune system's response, because it's like, what's going on? So when you freeze your body, let's say you have abdominal fat, like my bloopy. If I freeze my bloopy or go into a walk-in chamber or use the handheld one, I'm like, the macrophages, which are literally means large eaters, are a type of white blood cells that will go in and they will eat up the dead fat cells that you just exposed to extreme cold temperature. So I would recommend that you do cryo. It can be expensive. You can buy monthly passes at places that let you do unlimited, or you can do weekly passes or a 1 day or one treatment. It can be pricey. I mean, it's kind of like infrared saunas and floating and sensory deprivation tanks. These are kind of like for the elite biohackers out there. But a session can be 50, 60, 70 bucks for 3 minutes. It can be pricey. But if you're budgeting and you're like, okay, well, I have a certain amount of money for something extravagant like a masseuse or a chiro, it depends what your priority is. If you do have chronic back pain, maybe one of those things are better. But if you're looking to lose weight, I would really consider, especially if you do have the money, to contact these places. Lots of times they have promotional specials, and you can get a good monthly rate. And the studies show that 3, 4, 5 times a week is kind of the sweet spot for doing this. And if you want to do it on the cheap, then go to Amazon or go to a reputable site that sells the handheld cryos, and maybe purchase one of those, and then you can use it in your troubled areas. Like for women, it'd be the back of the thigh, the abdomen, and for men, it could be the love handles and other places like that. But I would seriously consider it. Now, who's cryo not for? People who are really nervous, people that maybe that have a pre-existing heart condition, people that have claustrophobia, because maybe you can feel a little claustrophobic. But in general, I would say give it a shot. And for most people, at the least, when I talk about in the kitchen items that help maintain my weight, some of those things over there may not really affect your weight loss, like vitamin C, for example, high dose vitamin C, but they overall improve your health and your longevity, and that is something that we're looking for. We're looking for things that definitely help you lose weight, but we're looking for things that also make you live longer. Guys, post in the comments. Let me know if you've done cryo or you've heard about it. Hit the notification, subscribe, and share button. Until next time, take care, God bless, and pray.